Well, partly. I paid 5,000 though. 2,000.
Scott Bloomquist. Our logo.
Okay, cut the music. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Saltcity Racing Live podcast. And Kyler, where are you at, buddy?
Hey guys, I'm here in Dodge City. How are you?
There, we got to get Kyler on the screen. There we go. There we go.
There he is. Hey, what's up?
All right.
Hey, guys.
Anyway, okay. So first of all, I just got to say, wow, the show kicked off with huge success. Talked to Tommy today, talking about what could get better. And I mean, it's this much to get better. Kyler, your crew coming out there, as always, fantastic job. Kyler, thanks for all the week you and your crew and your family put in to make this a huge event. Got a lot of things to talk about here tonight with the show. But I just got to say, I slept about 2 hours a night every night last week, worried to death how it was going to come out. And I don't think I come off my high until Tuesday morning.
You got to sleep last week?
No,
we didn't get a sleep out of the track.
I hear you. But this was huge. This was great. This was awesome. The crowds, the racers, and the track. I mean, we were catching some critics about the track and stuff, which we got some things to talk about that as we get going through here and everything else too. All of our sponsors showed up to take care of that. We had Brian from the fair was there. We had some fair board members there, so we can talk about that here in a little bit. Also, it was just a huge show. I mean, that 100-lapper was pretty, when I say badass.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good race. It had a little bit of everything. It had some good racing. It had some drama. I mean, I think people got their money's worth. I would have paid $35 to watch it. That's for sure.
Kyler?
Yeah.
Did you pay $35?
It put a little gray in my beard last week too.
I'm sure it did.
No, it's all worth it. I mean, $35 to see what they've seen. That was a show that we're going to talk about forever. Honestly,
Talking
it was awesome.
to Tommy Estes from USAC this morning, he said that was probably one of their better inaugural events they have had with the USAC.
I think he said the best that he said
Yeah,
to
I think
us.
yeah,
The best inaugural event they've had. So we can't thank USAC enough. Bringing those guys in here. I've seen those cars on, Flow and other places. I've never seen them in person, but man, do they put on a show.
Yeah, they sure do.
I mean, it's just, hats off to those guys. I mean, USAC and Tommy and their whole crew, DK. I mean, just everybody just coming out, a professional group of people.
Yeah, it was fun. It was exciting, but I don't know where we start with everything else from that part. We got to get some things going here because we're going to have Kevin Thomas Jr. here shortly join us, the race winner. That's exciting to get him on the show with us and see his thoughts, his comments, and what he thought of the racetrack. I can't wait to hear it.
Me either. He should be on here momentarily.
So we'll get an eye on him here in a little bit. But again, Chad, Jesse, and Jason, I got to give a call out to those guys. Those guys worked their butts off on that track right along with you there, Kyler. So those three gentlemen also can't thank you enough. They were frustrated a little bit, I think, Friday, but I think we were learning the track a little bit there Friday too from that part. But for the track to turn out like it did, and they had total control Saturday night, right, Kyler?
Yeah. They, in fact, when Chad came into Saturday morning, he's like, we need to do what we did for practice on that last practice session, and Tommy said, just do what you do. They put it all on Chad, so Chad did one hell of a job. I can't thank them enough. They do a great job for me here. They do a great job for us there. Without them, I don't know what I'd do. They're just a good group of guys.
Yeah, great group of guys.
Go ahead.
The
other thing I was just going to bring up is, talking about the relationships we made, the people we met, and that sort of thing that's going to go on for a lifetime. That's the greatest part to me of racing, is just the relationships you build and that sort of thing. And sometimes you get frustrated with one another, but that's life. I mean, that's how everything is. I don't care what relationship you're in or whatever. But some of those drivers, the crews, the car owners, all that kind of stuff that we got to meet, and I think we've got him calling in, so we better get Kevin on the line. Kevin, are you live with the God, I said under the hood. Sorry. I got two different podcasts I do. Sorry, Kevin. Hey, Kevin, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you taking the time, because I know you got a busy schedule and everything else like that too. But man, what a race. And that's really what we want to hear, is how you thought of the track, what you did. But most of all, congratulations on the inaugural Saltcity 100. And I think the show turned out pretty good.
I'm sure he's given us. Can you guys hear him, or am I not hearing him?
Yeah, we can hear him.
Yeah, sorry, Kyler. Okay, so let's just ask the crowd. Are you hearing Tom, Kevin? Okay. Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And we can't hear him.
Kevin, the crowd, they can't hear him. Sorry, Kevin. We'll get you here in just a second. We'll figure out here what's going on from that part. Sorry. I'm glad we got our IT guy here to help us, right? Yeah, it's getting picked up with the wrong camera. Getting picked up with the iPad. Getting picked up off the computer instead of getting picked up off of the that part. So no kidding. Ready to go? Okay. Kyler, can you hear him?
No, not yet.
Okay. Let's get the other mic up here and put it in the speaker. Okay. Thing unplugged, anything? Okay, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you hear him now, Kyler?
Yeah, we can hear him now.
All right. We're doing a little improvised here for a minute, okay? Sorry about the technical difficulty there. So anyway, Kevin, thanks again, buddy, for joining us, and thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule. We really appreciate you doing that. But again, a big congratulations on our first race there at with the USAC race for sure.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That place was really cool. We really didn't know what to expect. But I feel like that's probably one of the better tracks that we went to this year. And, I don't get to race Silver Crown that much, but that was a heck of a lot of fun. So, you know, special thanks to all the fans and all the people that came out and support that race over the course of 2 days. You know, I had a lot of fun. They had a beer garden out after the race on Friday, and I got to hang out with a few of them. So it was a cool experience.
Yeah, we kind of had a little mistake. I thought we were going to do it Saturday. We had a little miscommunication with Charlie Griffin and his crew, where we'd had it 2 nights. But I heard it was pretty fun there Friday night. But I tell you, no more sleeping I got in all week. I went home, went to bed. That's what I should have done.
Yeah, I probably should have, but you know, you don't always get those occasions where everybody's in one place and you get to hang out. So we try to take advantage of it when we can.
No, I totally get it. So I like what you said. It's one of the better tracks you've raced at. You know, Kyler and Tommy and Kyler's crew, Chad, Jason, and Jesse all worked their butts off all week on that track. And again, Kevin, that track's been raced once a year for many years. And so when we got that track dealt to us in January, it was in a lot of disarray, and we had a lot of work done. We brought in Mike Vandrin out of Iowa to help us kind of reshape the thing and get working out of it. And what is this, our 4th race on the track?
Yeah, it was our 4th event.
And so we've gained a lot of headway, learning a lot about that track and stuff too. But I would tell you, you guys put on a hell of a show.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, we try to put on the best show possible whenever we're, you know, in attendance. And, you know, the drivers and the way the cars race, you know, I think they just all add up to do exactly that. So, you know, we try to do our best, you know, and whenever the tracks cooperate, you know, it gives us a great racing service. It makes our job easy.
Yeah. So, Kevin, kind of let our audience kind of know what all do you race, where you race, what's your funnest thing to race, that kind of stuff.
Oh man, kind of a little bit of everything. You know, non-wing sprint cars, midgets, Silver Crown. You know, I've raced a couple, you know, pavement stock car stuff, you know, probably 5-6 years ago. You know, I kind of just race whatever, but you know, my main gig is non-wing sprint cars. Whenever I can dabble in the other ones, I do. And you know, we race all across the country from California. I started in Florida, ended up in Arizona. We raced a lot around the Midwest, and you know, whenever we could do, you know, this deal for me was a one-off deal. And luckily, it was in a great race car. It gave me the opportunity to win. But you know, just little things like that you know, you can just squeak one in the schedule here and there, and you know, go have some fun.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about the team you were driving for. You're not the normal driver of that car. So just kind of tell us about those guys and how you got hooked up in that ride. And obviously, it was a really good fit because you were able to come right out of the gate and win a big race.
Well, I've actually ran for Chris Dyson before, back in 2019 and 2020. So I've had experience with him. I wasn't going in blind. I've worked with that whole crew a couple of times. So, you know, it was an easy fit, obviously, you know, since I've, you know, driven their stuff in the past. But obviously they have quite quick race cars. You know, there's no doubt about that. You know, I ran really well in their stuff whenever I was there, and everybody who's gotten in it since has also ran well. So it's a testament to what they do at the shop and at the racetrack that, you know, really shows up at the racetrack whenever, you know, you can show up. You know, doesn't really matter what driver, you know, they're always forced to be reckoned with. But they're great guys. Chris Dyson, he's the car owner, and he's a guy that, you know, has got his hands in many things. You know, he's a business owner, then also a car owner. You know, and then he, you know, provides the equipment. Sean Michael, he works on it, and you know, stores it at his shop at his house. And you know, he's a very neat and clean and, you know, precise person. So you know, those are a lot of things that I like personally. But you know, he provides a really good race car for whenever you do show up to race to have a good opportunity to win anything you hop in.
So he's one of those guys, like I say, you win the races in the garage, not at the race.
In the shop.
In the shop, exactly. So
100%.
I agree with that too. So well, of course, that's a testament how fast you were and everything else too on the racetrack. So I don't know if you can tell us or not which tire you ran.
We ran the 25. We kind of dabbled a little bit. We hot lapped because there's a 20, a 25, and then an 85, and the 85 is a pretty decent jump on the hardness, but it's not awful. but right whenever we tried it on practice day, I didn't really like the feel of it, and then and obviously it's going to be a little bit freer just because it's a hard tire, but just the way the conversations we had the day before with the track personnel, and then the way the track and the weather and the amount of laps that were on the racetrack, or the amount of laps that weren't on the racetrack. Yeah, that kind of dictated a little bit of our judgment. We hot lapped on the 85, and we realized that I felt like the track was going to stay and be pretty good, especially if they were going to rework it before the feature. And, we gambled a little bit, but I don't know if it was necessarily a gamble. I feel like we were pretty educated in our decision, and I feel like everybody over there, between me and Sean, at least, were quite capable of reading the racetrack the correct way. And whenever you factor in it's 10, 15 degrees cooler, you're going to have probably 100 less laps on it. I feel like it was a pretty calculated decision on our end. And I'm glad we made the right one, but we did exactly what we intended to do.
Yeah, and there is a lot of reading that track and gauging that tire and everything else too. But how did the tire end up? I didn't get a chance to really physically look at your tire today, so I'm more excited for you than anything there down in the front stretch. But how was the tire?
Heck, I didn't have one blister on it. Luckily I had the lead, for the majority of the race, and I didn't have to abuse it to stay there. My car was good enough. I didn't have to burn the tires off of it to keep pace. So, we could run another 100 laps on that thing. It was actually in really, really good shape.
That's pretty cool. That's good. That's what I wanted to hear. With all the work the guys did on the track and prepping it and making sure it was good, because that's part of my fear too. Would it go 50 before we needed tires? Where are we going to be? Because trust me, I've raced on that track where it went 20 laps and you're burning the tire off of it. So I get it. So that's exciting that it went that way, and I'm glad we learned a lot with the track prep to get there. And Kevin, I don't know if you know a lot about what's happening over there at Hutch. We got a 1-year deal to prove to the Fair Board what we can do. We're going to go back in October to try to get a longer contract and stuff, which I feel very good about. That. I got to tell you that Tommy and I are already talking about next year. Okay.
Well, that's awesome. Just a little bit, just from the outside looking in, I know I was a participant in the race, but just the way the fans were, the amount of fans that were there, especially it just being this year your first time doing it. Hats off to all the things that were available for entertainment as well. Because those are big things, drawing in people, and it obviously has to put on a good race, and y'all handled that. But giving the fans a good experience is something that is key, and sometimes people overlook that. I feel like y'all did a phenomenal job on that. Obviously, Tommy being from out there has a relationship, and he's always been pretty spot on whenever it comes to the Silver Crown stuff, and the things that he does with officiating that side of things. And I felt like it was a 100% success.
Well, appreciate that very much. And
Really appreciate it.
You're all right. We did put a lot of work into it, didn't we, Kyler?
We sure did.
Yeah, a lot of work. But it was fun too after the race to see you guys down there after the fact, and your crew and stuff. But then the next thing was the crowd to come down on the track to walk around. I cruised around the track a little bit on a 4-wheeler and stuff. Looking at that cushion, that cushion was something else.
It was great.
I bet it was. It's enough to lean on, right?
Oh yeah.
So the excitement of the crowd was still fun, even after it was over. On the front, going around the track, but then in the back of the pits, all the crowds that came back in the pits and stuff. It was very cool. Very cool. So
yeah, I agree 100%. It was probably I didn't really know what to expect, as I said earlier, but if you go to races every week like that, that's something to look forward to. The crowd was always engaged. Obviously the section on the infield where other fans could stand as well. Everybody, you're surrounded by people whenever you get out of the car, so it was a cool experience.
Yeah, very true. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting for the next couple of years what we can do and where we go. Just got to get that last little bit to get that contract to get done. But one more thing here too, real quick. We got to Nick. I'm going to turn it over to you for this little part of the segment. But
well, Kevin, we were texting today, and you own this company that makes this Inferno armor stuff here. And we sell it here at Mel Hamilton Racing. You guys approached us when we were set up down at the Chili Bowl and got us all hooked up, and we've kind of started to move quite a bit of this stuff. But plug your product, man. Tell everybody, watching, what it does and why they need to have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Inferno Armor, it's a product that we created to. Sorry about that, Lauren.
That's all right.
But I'm sitting outside of a restaurant. But it's a product that we created to keep drivers safe. And obviously driver safety is a big thing, especially here these days. With the chassis manufacturers and the things that they're doing on that side, suits, seats, all the things. And we just wanted to find a way to keep people protected from probably some of the scariest accidents or things that could happen to you, and that's fire. And there's you never think clearly whenever you do catch on fire, and the worst thing that happens to you is a lot of times is the burns. It comes from the heat, not necessarily the actual flame. So we wanted to create a product that created a barrier for that heat. We know that Nomex and Hinchman Racewear, Simpson, K1, all those people, they do their jobs very well, but they're not treated for heat. And that's something that we wanted to, kind of dabble into. And next thing you know, a couple years later, we're all in on this deal. And, it's really taken off. We've had a couple circumstances that it has been proven to work, in scary situations, as a Chase Randall deal at Knoxville. And unfortunately, that's what things like this are going to have to take, just because it is a new product that nobody's ever seen before, and that's because it's never really been done before. So we really take a lot of pride in being able to protect the race car drivers, the track personnel that choose to use this. So we've seen it come a long ways in just 6-8 months, and we're really looking forward to the future of the things that we're going to be capable of doing, and all the people that are behind us whenever it comes to the team that works on a lot of stuff. It's not just me in my garage in my little suit, making up concoctions to keep fire off people. So we got a lot of people working with us that have good intentions, and that understand the danger of what we do. And whenever you combine all those things together with very intelligent people, eventually you're going to get to a certain point that you're going to be able to protect the people that are really needed to be protected.
Yeah. So basically, it's just a spray-on kind of a product, right? And it's good.
Yeah. So you just spray it on. There's no cure time, so it's an instant product. There is you can use it wet, dry. Doesn't really matter. Obviously we tell you to shake the bottle and let it dry for 20 minutes, but you don't have to. So those are I call them the oh shit moments of whenever you realize that you maybe didn't spray it, and you can spray it right before hot laps. As you're getting in the car, and you don't have to worry about a thing happening to you. So that's those are just key things that we want everybody to feel as safe as possible, so they can go out there and provide a show and do the job that they're intended to do. It's a very, very simple process. You don't have to super heavy mist it. You just coat your suit. It's easier on obviously on a napkin or something like a gray T-shirt to see how it spreads. But whenever you get the suit fully coated, you can throw it right on. You can spray it on literally anything. It's not just race suit. I don't care if it's. We actually have a Christmas tree formula coming out that that works for the things inside your house, so you don't catch your house on fire. So we're always doing things and always trying to be innovative and get things to a spot that we don't have to have those oh no moments. Now what do I do? And if you can prevent them, that's our entire goal.
Well, that's awesome, man. Yeah, definitely a unique product, a new product, and you can get it. The winner of the inaugural Salt City 100 produces it. You can come right here to Mel Hamilton Racing and pick it up.
Well, I'm going to tell you the thing I brought it because the first time I heard about it, Kevin, was from our drag race guy that runs the drag side of our race shop, and he's the one who brought it to my attention. So it's used everywhere. It's not just in dirt track racing. It's in the drag, and like you said, now it's getting into the households and everything else too. So I commend you. Congratulations on that product. And trust me, we've tested it too. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've messed with it.
You can bring yourself out of a butane torch trying to catch it on fire, and I hope you do. Testing those things, experimenting and seeing the, I guess the limits that it has. There are obviously things that we've done, but I enjoy, hearing stories from other people, going at it and trying to do things, and obviously in a safe manner. I've had a couple of my buddies that have a bit of a different idea of how to do it. And I'm like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Yeah, we went out in our service department and found a used greasy shop rag and took it out back and sprayed it down real good and tried to light it on fire with a torch. And it took quite a bit before we could get that thing to catch. So
yeah, and especially if you spray it on a clean one, it literally won't do anything.
It won't do it.
And those are the cool things that we'd like to experiment with and hear from too.
Very cool. And again, you get that right here at Mel Hamilton Racing. We got it in stock, ready to go. Been selling it for quite a while, and I think we sold quite a bit. I don't know exactly how much we sold, but I know we sold quite a bit of it. So good job on that, Kevin. And again, can't thank you enough for taking time to join us here tonight on the show. Again, congratulations being the inaugural winner of the race. What's Kyler flipping up at me? I missed it.
oh, he was. Gus had a picture of the bottle on the screen, and
I was blocking. Showcasing it.
There you go. Awesome.
I got it now. So anyway, Kevin, I can't thank you enough for everything that you being there supporting us, and we're going to do everything in our power to get that race back again there. I believe it's July 18th and 19th next year. It's ready. We've already got our tentative schedule put together. We're not going to announce any other dates than those two dates right now tonight. From that part, I will give you a little teaser. Tommy and I and Nick and Kyler have talked to Tommy about another type of a race from USAC for next year. Tease. So
and it's your bread and butter, Kevin.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I like all the things that I hear there. I appreciate you guys having me on, and congratulations on, a successful event as well.
Thank you, sir.
Kevin, enjoy your evening. Thanks for joining us. And most importantly, keep in touch. Appreciate your relationships. And again, congratulations on being our inaugural winner and going down and making some history.
That's right.
All right, then. Thank you, guys.
Have a good night, buddy.
Thank you.
You too.
All right, that was Kevin Thompson Jr., our inaugural race
Kevin
winner.
Thomas Jr.
Did I say Thomas and Thompson again?
Yes.
Dang it. Sorry, Kevin. I drive me crazy when I do that too. So it's exciting to hear his comments and excited what he's talked about, the racetrack, the tires, everything. Kyler, again, got to take the time to congratulate you and your crew and everything you've done again. So it was a home run, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you guys. It was definitely worth the all the effort that we put in to see a race like that and be part of it. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a huge night. It was a great night, and the crowds, like he said, the crowd was great to get out of and see the crowd, and most importantly, that track that held up. That a lot of people didn't think it hang up there.
It's been a long time since I've seen fans walk a racetrack and spend time on the racetrack like that. And they were all in awe about it, like taking pictures with the cushion. And I think we proved a lot of people that we can put a racetrack together there, and that's what's awesome.
100%.
Had the Oklahoma trio there with Kylie and Kip Hughes and Danny Jennings there. And I think they all had some good performances. I told all three of them, I hope one of the Oklahoma people would win it. But that's okay. They still had some good performances and stuff from that part. And, I talked to them all. They were still ecstatic. Kip didn't make it all the way through the race. He had a little bit of an engine issue he told me about, which he said he pulled off because he was worried he's going to hurt the motor, which is a good call on that part too. But again, he put a check mark on one of his bucket lists to come race for the Silver Crown. So Kip, thanks for racing with us. Really appreciate that. But the other thing is Shane Carson. Known Shane quite a while. I met Shane I think it was probably 2002, something like that. I won a trip around NASCAR, right into NASCAR. And I jumped in the car and he said, well, where are you from? I said, well, I'm Hutch. And he said, well, dang, he said, I've raced there in Hutch. I said, the half mile? I said, oh, yeah, I've won there a few times and stuff. So I started talking to him and then realized who he was. I didn't really know that part. So he gave me a wild ride around Kansas Speedway, probably a little faster than he probably should have been. But that's okay. I seen Shane there Saturday. He was there. I was running around everywhere, and I called him and talked to him tonight, and I apologize for not going and talking to him, but I did. But he made a post on Danny Jennings' page that I thought was pretty cool, and I asked him if I could read it. He said, please do. He said, Danny, congratulations on that great event. We should not have gotten that low right rear tire that had you nursed around the last 10 or 15 laps. You could have sure moved up more than your starting position. I also thought Tommy did a great job, but I got to throw Tommy in there. I got to throw Kyler in there. I got to throw Chad. I got to throw Jason and Jesse in there. And Nick and everybody did a great job with the event. I've never seen it. Oh, hold on. The event and the track. I've never seen it that good, and I've been going there a long time, and I know you have too. So, Shane, thanks for that compliment. That was really cool. That's part of my nervousness over the week why I couldn't sleep because I was worried what that track was going to do, you know?
Yeah, and I think we've learned a lot again. I mean, every time we go out and have a race there, we get thrown with it, different circumstances.
But listen,
and we learn.
We've only had, 4 races there?
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 races. We've only had 4 races to fine tune this thing. I think we've came leaps and bounds above where we should be by now.
100%.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I've got accused of, I say it's the best track that's ever seen there. I've never said that. That's not me. That's people coming to me. I've had racers that's raced there in the 50s and the 60s come up to me and say they've never seen a cushion like that or seen that track like that from that part. And that's huge, Kyler, on your side. So put a feather in your cap and your guys' cap for learning that track. And, we were dealt a terrible track. I remember what that track looked like when we rolled in there in March.
Oh,
Woo!
man. Yeah.
How are we even going to get this ready to race on?
Yeah.
In a month.
But you did. So, Kyler, again, you and your crew, top notch, very good, very nice. Excited. What I'm really more excited about is August the 3rd.
Yeah.
Now that we really got it dialed in to get us a track. Are you ready, Kyler? I know I'm putting a little pressure on you, but sorry.
Well,
pressure's on now, buddy.
Now I can't sleep. I'm done. I'm over it. I think we've got a lot of good notes. I do, and I think we know what not to do, and I know we know what to do, and I think it's gonna be great. The last time the late models were there, hot laps, and that we were struggling a little bit in heat races. Feature time, we had her top notch again, but I think we can even fine tune that a little bit more and even have a way better track for this go around too. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, August 3rd. What are we coming up August 3rd? Who's on our? I can't even keep track of what we got racing.
The dirt car High Plains late models are going to be there.
Okay.
IMCA modified, IMCA sport mod, IMCA stock car.
Okay. Perfect. So let's get ready for those guys. And that's August the 3rd. We're going to a Saturday for the first time.
We're going to go to a Saturday. We're going to have a Saturday race.
Again, the date we got given, not picked. This is the date we got given and we could race. So that's why we took this date and it's that sort of thing too. And, it's talking about dates. The 3 of us worked on some tentative dates for next year. Waiting on a couple of other things to come to fruition at the start of the week that we can present some numbers to the dates to the fair board for next year. They were asking for that, so that's huge. Just got to get that contract, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and if we can get this contract, and we have got some really cool events planned for 2025, and I think it's going to impress everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Kyler, you got a big race weekend, right?
Yeah. This weekend we got our Jerry Soderberg Memorial Classic here at Dodge City, running URSS sprint cars, modifieds, sport mods, hobby stocks, cruisers, and sport compacts. It's gonna be a fun night. So, what driver appreciation night is? We've gave out over 6,000 free tickets to the grandstands. A lot of the drivers passed out their own tickets with their name on them, and the more tickets they get back with their name on them, the more chances they get entered to win prizes, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Something Tommy started back in several years back, and we're going to continue that. And I think it's going to be an awesome time. And of course, Jerry Soderberg, was a great advocate for racing, great racer out of Dodge City, and we're honored to be honoring him on Saturday night.
Okay, so what's all racing Saturday night? Maybe covered. I'm sitting there going over notes and stuff. Look, what's all racing Saturday? Maybe you said and I didn't say here.
Yeah, no worries. It's a United Herbal Sprint Series back in action with all of our weekly IMCA classes. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Perfect. Okay. So head out to Dodge City Saturday night. Of course, we'll be racing at Salina Speedway Friday night. Two-night adventure for the Team 3J. So go to Salina Friday night, head out to Dodge City Saturday night, have some more fun. So
Nick plans to be back in Hutch next Saturday, August the 3rd.
So, and we'll be ready to go. I'm excited to see what the track will do this time and how much more we can handle the situation from that part. So we're excited too. So, Anyway, Kip Hughes, seller experience, bar none. Can't wait for the next one next year. Kip, we're ready working on it, buddy. So hang tight, keep that car close, keep her tuned up and ready to go from that part. So
go get some more seat time in that thing so you can win it.
hey, Kip, you want some time August the 30th to play around with that thing? If you want to bring her back, come on. Any race we got, you want to bring it up to practice or do whatever, we'll give you some seat time to roll around that thing if you want to, Kip. So you're more than welcome to bring it up and grab Danny, and tell him to come with you. Yeah. Bring both cars up. We'll do a little test of tune.
Run a heat race.
Little duel.
Yeah, exactly. So Jamie's wanting to know attendance numbers. So
for the grandstands on Saturday night, I think we had 2,600.
2,600.
Yeah, 2,600.
We haven't added up all the pit pass yet. We haven't had time to go count them up yet, but we will. But I will tell you the pit pass count was huge on Friday, and it was huge on Saturday too, but right around 2,600. Rolling through the gates on Saturday is the drum roll number.
Yeah. And then we had a bunch of VIP tickets and stuff that we had to out to sponsors too.
I will say we had about 300 and some sponsor tickets for all the people that helped us, which means thanks to the sponsors. Murphy Tractor and Equipment, of course, they were the highlighted sponsor of our track. We can't thank them enough for everything they do with the equipment. Curtis and Dan are just fantastic, but I will tell you, Curtis is pumped for the following years. We were down on the stage and talking about what we can do to the track, what we can do moving forward and stuff like that too. So Murphy Tractor and Equipment, thank you again for the partnership. It's very much appreciative for that part. Richard Brothers Construction, all the great things you guys have helped us there with the relationships there in Hutchinson. John and Ross Richardson, I know they were at the races on Saturday, so appreciate that help too. Ox Construction, hey, Mike, with walls, I think Nick found one more wall we probably need to get replaced here pretty soon, but we'll get that figured out. And that's Andale Construction and Evans Construction all working together for the walls, but we probably got one more panel we need to probably replace.
Yeah, one, maybe two.
Ample Oil for supplying all the diesel fuel for us. Phoenix Recovery, we haven't had to use him too much, which is really great. So thank you for hanging out with us, but being there. BG Products, all the great relationship we have here at Millham on the 4. They've always want to join in with us, help us on that part too. And construction rental, keeping the lights on the max rate and that little skid loader that we used more than we thought we was going to use.
Yeah, we used a lot.
Kyler, how about that side-by-side that you had? Did you use the dump on it?
I did actually. In fact, I even used it Friday night at the beer garden. I brought some people back over and I just lifted the bucket up and dumped them off when I got to their trailers at the end of the night.
Were they intoxicated?
They had a few, thanks to Charlie and his crew down there. So
yeah. So anyway, Agri Center for the help with all the great side-by-sides they provide for us for the safety crew and that sort of thing too. United Rentals, 2 great water trucks. We couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah.
From that part. So United Rentals, thank you again. Of course, United Rentals helped Dodge City out too. Kyler, you had to come borrow one of my trucks, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a truck breakdown yesterday, and they said go get one from Salt City, and I said, well, I know that truck. So we went.
You made a few laps of that thing, right? You probably made 100 lap race of that thing too, right?
Oh, I'll guarantee you.
United,
we figured it out.
They're so great. You know, we've had a few little minor issues, those trucks, and we just call them and they get somebody right out there to resolve it. And man, we couldn't ask for better service from that group.
Can't quit bringing in the big old blue Holland tractor, which they bringing that big red one or maroon one in, but this big blue one, I think, Kyler, you said was better than the one you had before, huh?
I like it. It's a nice tractor. I'll tell you what.
Does the air conditioner work in it?
It works great, and they also got the air conditioner fixed in our roll packer, so that made it a lot more enjoyable as well.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, and then also Egbert Liquor and Jackson Meat, they help provide us and help us take care of our VIP people, which Murphy Tractor and Equipment the last couple of nights up there on the stage and taking care of us. So Roy and Jenny, thank you for all the help on that part too. So Joe Petty, thank you, Phil, and your crew. It's been a lot of years since the Hutchinson has hosted a true national event. I enjoyed it a lot. Talked to a lot of people after the race. Did also. Thank you. Yeah, you're very welcome. Okay, John, we already talked about 2,600 coming through the grandstands. And yes, the Clayman brought in their 21K. I wish I'd have been there for that part. They brought their 21K sprint car into the beer garden.
And speaking of the beer garden, you know, we've got to thank Charlie and Carrie and Dan and then their whole crew that does all the concessions at Salt City and for all the hard work that they've put in as well. They're just a great group to work with. Couldn't ask for a better concession vendor out there.
You know, I'm going to say the same thing. They're a great crew to work with. just open arms, communicate, work well together, all that kind of stuff. I know at first there were some people complaining about some of the price and stuff, but you also got to remember they got to give a big chunk of that to the fair board, fairgrounds for that part. So understand we're trying to generate some dollars and generate some things that we can keep this racetrack open for many, many years. But I'm telling you, Charlie, Kerry, and Dan, and all the crew they have, the guy that cooked down there for us on the inside of the infield and stuff, that was great people. So Charlie, Kerry, Dan, thank you very much. Appreciate everything there too. So
they had a drink, guys. They had a drink that they made up, and it was called the Blue Duck drink, and it was a big old blue vodka drink with Kool-Aid type thing, and on the top of it was a little rubber ducky that floated on the top of it.
That's probably what you wanted, the rubber ducky, wasn't it?
Oh boy, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I had like a what do they call it? Covey of ducks at the end of the night, or I heard
they do come up with some creative stuff.
Yeah, blue drink with a duck, as Jamie says. Blue drink. You were chasing the duck around the top of it, weren't you?
I was.
So anyway, everybody, I just got to say, yeah, Nick, I don't think I said it Tuesday, come off the high, but I don't think I have yet from that party. It was just a great event. I was nervous all week for how we were going to do, what was going to happen, how it was going to go. But
and Chaz, we talked about Chaz.
I forgot about Chaz. Chad did a great couple of videos for us, and Chaz is going to be doing a little more work for you, right, Kyler?
Yeah, we brought him back to Dodge, and he's gonna spend the week with us and do some promotional items, some videos and that matter. And I'll tell you what was impressive is one of our drivers with the URSS is he had a blood clot when he was young, so he lost his leg at an early age. And Chaz did an interview with him, and it's hit over 2.4 million views so far. So his platform is a big platform, and we can't thank him enough for coming out and doing what he's doing.
He did a great job.
Yeah, great job. So check out all the Chaz, his videos and stuff. He did a great song for us, which was very good, I thought, from that part. The first video was pretty good. So
we're gonna recut it. We're gonna recut it this week. I got my guitar here in the office. And do a little harmony behind him.
Oh man, here we go.
He don't know it yet.
Somebody was telling me you could sing, Kyler. I didn't know you could.
I tried to tell y'all you could come out and we'd raise this money, but you wouldn't believe me.
We heard you were the star of the beer garden party.
Well, you didn't even look out.
Yeah, it was the blue drink. It was the blue drink.
Dustin says, I got the pleasure to spend 2 hours with Chaz Saturday evening, and what a good dude.
Yeah, and Jamie says it's 5 million on TikTok. How about that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Patrick Kidd, great 2 days of racing. Enjoyed walking the track after the race and say thanks for. That's the biggest part I love about that. I was cruising around that. I wanted to see that cushion and rolling around and just talking to the people that come down out of the stands and after down in the pits and stuff. It was just a fun environment. Everybody's excited, pumped, ready to go. And we gotta get this contract and keep this thing going, moving the right way. And I'm so, oh, look at that, Gus got the blue drink. Anyone can sing. That's pretty good. I think you might have a new name, Kyler.
Yeah, the Blue Duck.
Might be the Blue Duck. We might have to talk to Chaz about that and get another song going with Chaz. Yeah, so you guys are doing a great job of the track. Appreciate that very much. But it's a team effort. It takes a lot to get this done. There's so much stuff working on the backside and of this track and stuff. And Nick and Kyler, thank you for helping us all do this. And it takes a whole group of people to make this happen and stuff too. It was a lot of hours last week, wasn't it?
I'll tell you what, it takes a lot more work than you would think to put on a race at any racetrack of any caliber. So it's a lot more than I ever thought it was from the outside looking in, let me tell you. But it's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Kyler, I know you're having a lot of fun with it. And let's just keep going. Let's get us another contract for 3 to 5 more years, and let's keep putting butts in the seats and cars on the track and keep racing it live in Hutchinson.
That's exactly right. Tommy said he's ready to go for next year, so that's cool. And TCC, something else might be coming towards the next year with USAC, so that's going to be fun too. So everybody, biggest thing is let's stay positive, let's stay pumped, let's get excited, let's keep Facebook, let's keep it all going, let's talk it, let's share pictures, let's do everything in the world to keep this thing alive and keep going. And
some people want to know if you guys will ever bring World of Outlaws to the track. Well, stay tuned.
I guess that's how you answer that one, right?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. A lot of the things we've been talking about, even this week, we've talked to some of the sanctioning bodies and stuff about different things and stuff too. So just hang tight. Like Nick says, stay tuned. Kyler, any last closing thoughts or anything?
No, I appreciate you guys and everybody come out to Dodge City this weekend for free admission and support your favorite driver. Be fun. Be a good weekend.
It will be. We'll be out there, Kyler, with bells on, ready to go, buddy.
There we go.
So dial that track in like you dialed in Hutch. Tell Chad, Jesse, and Jason to dial it in like they did Hutch. And let's go have a heyday, right?
We'll do it.
I think it's time to go work on the 3J, Phil.
I think it is time to get it ready to go so we can go 2 nights of racing this week. So everybody, thank you everybody that came. Thanks for all the great stuff. Thanks for everything. This has been huge. This was a great week. And it's just great to be pushing forward with this. I was excited to see Brian and the Fair Board members there to get a taste of what we can do and to move forward for 2025 and years beyond. Everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the support. Thanks for filling those grandstands. Thanks for coming to the drivers, crews, pits, everybody that's coming there. Kyler, again, thank your crew again immensely for everybody that you bring to take care of us and help us keep moving along. And guys, as it says, let's go racing.